everyone, Mary Pat here, and today I'm going to make two quick Valentine's Day cards, and I'm going to be using this great line, How Do I Love Thee? It's a little older of a collection, but it's so awesome. I just love, this is Love Knots, and then we've got the paper on the other side with some flowers. This is True Love. And then on the back side we've got some fun hearts, and then we've got this geometric print for bliss, and then with the black and white hearts. And then there's also this one, Mad About You, and these are little tiny hearts that are on here, and that's how I'm going to start my card. So what I did beforehand is I took the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I took some Core'dinations cardstock, and so that's going to be the base. And then I added the Mad About You paper and put that right on there. And then what I'm going to do next is I've got this awesome stamp here. That's a photo frame from the Alleyway Stamps. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to stamp it and then cut that out because the photo frames are so hot right now. So I'm just going to use some Hero Arts dye ink here. This is one of my favorite inks, and I'm just going to ink this up. And I'm just going to firmly press down. Okay, looks good. So now I want to cut this out. Now I've got that. Now I need to cut the inside out. And so what I like to do is I just kind of make an X here on that, and then I can just simply go in and cut the rest out. So it's going to go on there. And what I think I'm going to do, what I like to do, is I like to give the background so it's not quite so see-through. And so what I have here is some vellum. And that way the print of this still comes through, but we've got you know, a little bit there. So what I do is basically I just put some glue on the photo frame, and I'm just using from my ATG, and I just line it up right at the end. I got a little, I have a house of boys, and so I'd call them boogers with that. Okay. Then I just simply cut that out. There. So now I've got the photo frame and I've got a little bit of vellum behind that. Now I'm going back to my white cardstock, and I'm going to go with the awesome rub-ons here. And these are fantastic. And what I'm going to do is I want this awesome heart, and I'm going to cut that out. And I don't know if you've ever used the Moxxie rub-ons, but they are the best rub-ons ever. They're just always so smooth. So now I'm going to cut off take off the backing, and I'm going to just put that right up there. And I bought this years ago, the basic gray rub-on tool, and I've had it forever. And I'm basically just going through and pressing firmly. Okay, and then I'm going to peel it off, and look at that. Everything is perfect on that. I just love it. Okay, So next I'm going to just cut this out. I'm going to leave just a pinch of white around it because I want it to be kind of sturdy. Okay, so here we have it with this. And so the outer white just looks like it's another layer of that. And that just gives it, because I want to be able to pop that like it's coming out of the photo frame there just a bit. So I've got that going on. And now I'm going to use some of these, and these are the cardstock stickers, and these are just fantastic. And I think I'm going to use My Heart Belongs to You. And I'm just going to put that as my sentiment, but I'm going to want to pop that up a little bit. So before I do all that, I'm going to attach this now to my card. And then on this piece, I want to have that raised just a bit. So I'm going to foam dot that, and I've got some little squares here. So I've got all these. I'm just going to add that to my center there. Then I'm going to take my sentiment again. And what I do when I do that is I just kind of put it on whatever clothing I have, and I just rub it against it just to get some of the stickiness off of it. And that way, then I can just quickly add my pop foam dots. And I added that right directly on there. So there you have just a... So here you have just a very clean, very simple card, and now all I have to do is attach it to my base, and there you have it. My Heart Belongs to You. Okay, for my next card, I once again started off with a Core'dinations cardstock black base, and then I just love this pattern paper with the pink and white hearts on that. And so what I'm going to do then is, you know, the chalkboard effect is really, really popular right now. And so I've cut this tag from Core'dinations cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it, and I've got my sanding block here. And I'm just going to lightly sand it. And if you've never played with Core'dinations, you're gonna see how easy it is to get that chalkboard look on there. And I'm just lightly sanding it. Okay, so I have that, and then just to remove everything, I just take and I remove all the dust. And so now with my tag, if you can see it, I kind of have that chalkboard look on here. And so what I'm going to do is, I did some of the little prep work. I've got this great little flower that's made with all the little hearts. So I think it's a rub-on, and I think I'm going to put that here. And then I've got this little rub-on. That is a pair of lips. I think I'm going to be putting that right down here. And then I have this great little sentiment that says sealed with a kiss. And if you know my blog, then you know that my blog is sealed with a kiss, with a play on words there with sealed. And then I think I'm going to put that right at the bottom here. So again, I'm going to peel off the backing of my rub-on. And I want this kind of to go right in the center. And this time I'm using the rub-on directly on my project. And I'm just holding it down and basically just like the name says, rubbing it on. Comes off smoothly every time. And so I've got that. Oh, I love that. That looks great. And now my little lips. Okay, and I added my sentiment on here. Now, I always think a card needs just a little bit of bling. So I have just some basic pearls and, all right, and attached 3 little pearls there. So I think that looks great. Now it's time for some twine. It's going to go right there on my card. And I'm just going to put some twine through here. I left it kind of long because what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach this on kind of at the edge here. And then I want to kind of play with the twine here and make the twine part of the card. And so I kind of want to make like this little loop right here, and I like that loop. And I want it to stay there. And so I like to use this Tim Holtz tiny attacher. And I'm just going to staple right on there. 2 little staplers, and now it's on. And then I'm going to come down here and bring it down. I think one's plenty. And just kind of finish off the ends so that it kind of stays down like that. Okay, so now it's time just to attach it to the base, and there you have it, sealed with a kiss. A quick and easy card. And again, so there are 2 cards. We've got our 2 cards right here, and perfect for your Valentine's Day sending to your loved ones. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me.